Hi everyone. So welcome back guys. And in today's session, I am going to particularly take this topic of how to cover the backlog. Yes, most of you are asking me because some of you have started off very late for NEET 2027. So those of you who have just started and because in the ongoing batches, a lot of syllabus has already been covered up. If you are one of those who are worried about how to cover up the backlog, you have started off late, 5 chapters left in the backlog or 10 chapters left. So how are we going to handle this backlog? I'm going to discuss this with you in today's lecture. So watch me till the end because these are very, very important points. Backlog can actually become a big headache for us. So the sooner we start, covering it up, the better it is for us. Point number one, and the rule number one forever, whatever class you are in, the backlog, guys, should never be your priority one. Rule number one is do not stop the ongoing syllabus. So many of you are asking, ma'am, where to start from? Should I start watching the chapter number one that you have discussed in the batch, or should I go with the flow? So the point is you have to go with the flow, guys, always. Even if you are watching my lectures or you are in our batches or wherever, whatever you are studying, the backlog should never be your priority. And don't keep on getting stressed out with the backlog. If you are thinking on it, if you are working on it, it should not be a big headache because it will be covered up, whatever the amount of backlog be. The point is you have to start today to cover it up. So rule number one, do not stop the ongoing syllabus. Ongoing syllabus is your priority one, backlog is your priority two. So how are we going to handle it? This is the priority two. So the point is you are going to create two tracks. Two tracks means if you are giving 6 hours to your daily, self study, out of those 6 hours, 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours should be given to the ongoing syllabus, right? So that syllabus, the ongoing syllabus does not become your backlog, and the backlog syllabus should only be given 1 hour. So take out 1 hour from your self study time for your backlog and fix that time. Let's say in the morning 7 to 8 I'm only going to study for my backlog, or in the in late night, because between 10 to 11 I'm only going to cover my backlog and then sleep, right? So fix that 1 hour for the backlog, and on the weekends you can increase that time span. Of course it will help you in covering it up quickly. Is that clear? So this has to be priority. It should get more time, and this should be your second priority. Just spare 1 hour or 2 to 3 hours on the weekends. Point number three, you have to divide the backlog into topics. Now this is more of a psychological trick which honestly I always use. If there is this huge load in front of me, I'll always break it down into smaller topics. You should also do that. Don't think my molecular basis of inheritance is left. No, break it down. DNA structure, then all the experiments related to it, Griffith and all those biochemical nature discovery, and then Hershey and Chase experiment in one day, then next packaging of DNA on the other day, and so on. So write down, just take some time. It is going to see the planning is very important, and planning is going to take a while. So break down that chapter into smaller topics, that how much topic can you cover in 1 hour. 1.5 hour, 1.5x speed, 2x speed, because you will be watching the lectures, right? So that is a psychological trick. So every day when you are going to tick mark that topic, it will give you a dopamine rush. A happy feeling will be generated, and the happier you are, your efficiency increases. You will perform better. You will cover up your backlog quickly. Are you getting that? But keep patience. Learning is a matter of patience. Covering the backlog is also a matter of patience. It will not be covered up in 15 days if you have 10 chapters left in the backlog in biology itself. But don't worry, we are covering it up. We will cover up. Is that clear? Not a problem. The problem is when you are just thinking about it and not doing anything. Once you have started working on it, it's not a problem. Is that clear? And the competition is not about that, okay, this much syllabus is left. No, we are working on it. Clear? Okay, everything doesn't have to go in the competitive spirit. Please understand. Then, so divide the backlog into smaller topics. Keep on ticking everything. It will help you psychologically. Then, point number 4, don't restart every lecture. Now, yes, this is very important. See, let's say my 5 chapters are left in the backlog. Molecular basis, I'm not very strong with. Cell chapter is, I'm very thorough with that chapter. And let's say principles of inheritance, I am little dicey, like I'm average in that chapter. So I have to tackle that backlog chapter in a different way depending upon my status in that about that chapter. If that chapter is weak or it is an altogether new topic, then you have to watch the complete lecture. Okay. If it is my strong topic, then directly jump onto the questions, see how much you remember. If it is a strong topic, it's still there. You can jump onto the questions, solve the questions, and only read what you are going wrong with. Are you getting it? And about the average topic, prefer watching the one shot and solve the questions. That will give you a better insight and clarity. Then, very important guys, especially for backlog, and it rules everywhere. Keep a very limited resource. Don't keep on piling things. I have to do these many books for backlog also. No, try to finish off the backlog quickly. You just have to keep these 4 things: class notes, NCERT book, PYQs, MCQs. All these 4 levels are crossed, your backlog is done. As far as more practice is concerned, that will go on till the D-Day. Don't worry about that. But if you have crossed all these, covered up all these 4 levels, your backlog for that chapter is over. Is that clear? So keep very limited resources. Then point number 6, yes, try that you keep 3-day rule for every backlog chapter. Day 1, you will understand the concept and complete the required lecture. Day 2, you are going to read NCERT on that topic and revise the class notes. And day 3, you're going to solve the PYQs, MCQs and revise the mistakes. It can go a day above for bigger chapters like molecular bases, but try to concise it in 3 days. And then, last not the least, keep a tracker. I would suggest keep such tracker for every chapter and particularly for backlog also. So psychologically also you are, feeling confident that yes, I have covered up this chapter completely. So you have to keep this tracker. Lecture done, NCERT done, notes done, PYQs done, MCQs done and revision done. So guys, yes, we are very soon celebrating the 80th Independence Day of our country, right? And on this Independence Day, we have to free ourselves from so many headaches, right? And on this 80th Independence Day Eve, we are running the Great Indian Freedom Sale where the prices are at their lowest. So make the best use of this. The offer is going to end today. Is that clear? So 100% refund for 80 lucky winners, but otherwise you have to enroll at the lowest prices. You can just use this code TRLive, and let me tell you what are the lowest prices. You will get plus for only 3,999. CBT plus CBT along with the plus subscription is for 8,998. See, CBT itself is for 5,999, but along with the plus we are giving it for 4,999. Then CBT with Iconic you will get it at even lesser price, 2,999. Iconic for 9,999. So total is this. So these are the lowest prices ever. So make sure that you use this great opportunity and free yourself. Study bindas, right, with this offer and cover up your backlog as soon as possible. But don't make it a headache. It is not going to cover up in 10 days or 15 days if you have 5 chapters left or 10 chapters left. But start today and cover it up consistently. All the very best.